back of the rim. Got it! Oh, the slam! Oh, here's a Curry way downtown. Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Alright, it is 1 AM Eastern and we have just wrapped up Demarcus Cousins' first game with the Golden State Warriors, who already had the best team ever before him. And now, oh no, it's much worse. Cousins tonight surpassed my expectations to the point that I'm partly questioning if he just faked an injury so that he could sign with Golden State for the low and get a cheap ring. He didn't absolutely dominate or anything, nothing crazy, he didn't even play that much, but for what I was looking for, he did a lot of things well. And to follow that up, that is what today's video topic is. 4 things that Demarcus Cousins did very well in his debut. 4 things that you should really be paying attention to that is going to take this Golden State Warriors to, yes, another level. And the hope is that today's sponsor can fix your jump shot as well as the surgeons fixed his Achilles. Jump Shot Trainer is the basketball training equipment that allows you to practice your shot without interference from the non-shooting hand. With it, you'll be able to practice the same technique that professional basketball players use on a daily basis. Jump Shot Trainer promises to help you improve your shooting percentage within 30 days or your money back guaranteed. For more information, visit jumpshottrainer.com with the link in the comment section or the description. So first things first, Jesus himself could not come down and be a more perfect screen setter than Cousins is going to be for the Warriors, and he demonstrated some of that last night. Screens have been an enormous part of the Warriors offense for pretty much ever since Steve Kerr took over. You've got on-ball screens, off-ball screens, moving screens, or the whole shebang. It's how they get their shooters open. And throwing Demarcus Cousins into this mix really just complicates shit completely for the opponent. The guy's first bucket as a Golden State Warrior was a power play to the rim, and it looked just like a dunk he would have thrown down before the Achilles surgery, so that makes me pretty suspicious, but nonetheless. Now defenders are gonna have to worry about him rolling like he did on the first play, and they're gonna have to worry about him popping out. Specifically, closer to the end of the game when, really close to when he fouled out, he was running a lot of off-ball action with Klay Thompson. It was on the right wing. Cousins is setting screens to get Klay Thompson open, and the defenders, what do you do? They're trying to make sure Thompson doesn't get open, but if Thompson then comes into the paint, somebody's got to stay on him at least until you know that there's not going to be a successful pass made to him. The problem that didn't exist before? That big guy right there can shoot. I believe he picked up right where he left off and hit 3 3-pointers in the short amount of time he played. So yeah, pick your poison in that situation. Either whoever is rolling to the rim is going to score, they're going to get open for 3, or Cousins is going to be open for 3. You have no good options. And that's the beautiful thing with his screen setting, whether it is off ball or on ball, it's drawing so much attention. It is going to draw so much attention. And he doesn't need the basketball for that. This is not a ball dominant thing. This is not a ball dominant concept. So yeah, just in the small amount of time that Cousins played last night, you saw him setting screens everywhere. And yeah, RIP to the days when that was just Kevon Looney or Jordan Bell. Alright, the second thing, I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way because it's kind of general, but I had my eyes on Cousins the entire night because I wanted to see how well he was moving, just his activity in general. And for a guy that has not played basketball in a year and had a torn Achilles, in my opinion, he's ahead of schedule. There was very specific plays where he was running the floor really well, whether it resulted in him making it or missing it. He was definitely running the floor well. Of course, it looks a little bit funny because, yeah, he's probably tired. Again, it's his first pro game in a year. But like I said, it's just the activity that I'm looking at. One of the biggest things people were wondering is, does Cousins fit in with this pace? Because we know when the Golden State Warriors get the ball, they're off and running. So just from the little sample we got, I would say in like a month or 2, this is going to be another big problem for people. Shooters that are running to fill out the wings, and a big man in a mad dash to the rim that can actually finish really well around there because it's not so much his athleticism as it is his skill. Speaking of skill, here is another dynamic that he was already adding in the short time he played last night: his low post activity. Golden State has not had a dominant low post player ever in this era. So I saw a couple of times, which I was very curious if Golden State was ever going to use him in this way. And they did. They gave him the ball in the low post and let him work. And that was drawing defensive attention. That was drawing a lot of defensive attention. And not only that, but he looked very well down there too. He didn't really finish a whole lot, but he was already trying to make strong and aggressive moves. And I like to see that in his first game back. But problem that creates is he's actually a very capable passer. So even if he's not going to go one-on-one in the post all the time, or even if he's not seriously looking to score, the defense has to treat it as if he really is. It's just like watching one of their shooters out there on the 3-point line. It's the attention that draws. So pretty soon here, Cousins is either going to be finishing these plays at a higher rate, or making very good passes to cutters, or whoever's coming off of an off-ball screen, That is going to be an extremely valuable tool for the Warriors that we have never seen before. I'm laughing because it's like this is the best team ever, adding another serious skill set. And by the way, that was the last thing he was doing well. When he was in the paint, he was being very physical, he was fighting for rebounds, and he even had one move that he made down there that was very aggressive. And I'm pretty sure he had about 2 Clippers players down there trying to stop him. 2 players in the paint against a Golden State Warriors team. I don't need to discuss why that's a problem. He finished with a total of 6 rebounds tonight, and that was only in 15 minutes. And his aggressiveness down there was something I was really watching for, because it just proved what a lot of people thought. Achilles injuries are very devastating to players that are super athletic. That's never really been Cousins' MO. The dude's just really strong. That does not go away, and it clearly hasn't gone away. And these are all things that teams are now going to have to deal with, while also worrying about the whereabouts of 3 of the greatest shooters of all time. So it goes back to something I was saying very early when they signed Cousins, because I had people telling me, oh, this isn't going to be a problem. He's only going to be like, what, 60% of what he was? And I was always saying, it's just his specific skill set that he brings to this team. He doesn't have to be Superman. That's really probably why he went there aside from the ring. He just gets to audition here. He just gets to put all his best skills on display every night. And the thing is, for any of us who thought that, oh, he wasn't even going to be close to his old self, it's a very small sample size, but just by watching from tonight, bro, in 2 months, he might not look that far from himself, because Golden State is going to mask whatever deficiencies he's developed over this last year, if any at all. And by the way, I did not mention his official stat line. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 45%, and that was just in 15 minutes of activity. And just to state clearly what I'm saying, he did well tonight, and this is his first game back, moving very well in general and running the floor very well, especially for a player who hasn't played in a year, a big man at that with a previously torn Achilles, setting good screens and being able to do multiple things after the screen, drawing attention to the low post where he can pass from or score from, and then being physical and aggressive in the paint. Those are all things that I saw from him, and once he has his legs under him, once he's conditioned, man, I am actually fully convinced that there might be a run at the end of this year if he's not injured. There might be a run where they don't lose a game. There just might be something like that, because their offensive game plan just got so much better. Now, good news is we shouldn't expect this for too much longer. It really should only last until June, because if Golden State goes on to win, he does not cause chemistry problems. And like I said, all of his best attributes are on display this whole time. Somebody's going to toss him a bag, and I doubt he's going to take a pay cut to continue to stay in Golden State. I mean, I don't know the man's heart, but NBA players live an expensive lifestyle, so I assume this is just the audition that he signed up for. And then yeah, he'll leave and we'll just be back to the 2017-2018 Warriors if Kevin Durant stays. So if you were looking for great news about the state or the future of the NBA in this video, I mean, if it's any consolation, this is very fun to watch. I'm not talking about the competition, I'm talking about just them playing basketball in general. It's very beautiful. But other than that, I do not have much else to console you with. Even with him fouling out today, I think once he, like I said, gets his conditioning and legs under him, I don't think he's going to be fouling quite as much, because there were some times where he just did not have his legs there and he was in the way. But over these 2 months, it's all just going to get better. What spots he's supposed to be at on the floor on offense, which players like what kind of screen to wear, like it's just going to get better. So yeah, for what it's worth, enjoy it. There has not been 5 All-Stars on the same team since I think they said 1975, the Boston Celtics. So it's a rare event. It's like all the Infinity Stones being in the same place at once, I don't know. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment, and sub. Subscribe to my gaming channel with the links in the comment section and in the description. And hit the bell next to my name if you want notifications on future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.